This is the Ooni Koda 16 gas-powered pizza oven. I first wrote a review of this 2 years ago, but I wanted to give an updated video review to show what I like and don't like about it, how it's still performing, and one crucial maintenance task. The first thing I love? The innovative L-shaped burner. With an industry-leading 29,000 BTU, this burner cooks a larger portion of the pizza at a time while reducing the amount of turning. As for the preheat time, I like to do at least 30 minutes on a warm day. Ooni claims 20, but you won't get a good bottom crust in that short of a time. The huge cooking area is my next favorite thing. You can easily fine-tune the placement of your pizza to get closer or further away from the flames. And once the stone gets dirty, simply flip it over and use the other side. The intense heat will burn anything off by the time you need to flip it again. All right, let's make some pizzas. The Koda 16 shines with Neapolitan style. I like to preheat the oven on high, but then lower the flame right before launching. Doing this gives the dough a bit of extra time to firm up before the initial turn. And we don't want the high flame scorching it before we can rotate the pizza. After the first turn, crank the heat back to high to finish up a perfect bake. After testing dozens of portable pizza ovens, I still find myself firing up the Koda anytime I'm making a few quick Neapolitans. To me, that's proof enough that this thing is a success. It cooks awesome pizzas with ease, and the flame is hot enough to get a solid amount of leoparding on the crust while having a soft and airy center. Some reviewers say that the stone does not stay hot enough between pizzas, but I found that a quick 5 to 10 minute reheat while I prep the next pizza is sufficient. Detroit's work nicely as well, but no better than what you can do in a standard kitchen oven. Steaks are fun every now and then, but it can get messy. You can make a solid New York style pizza in this oven, but I have 2 important tips. First off, you'll have to fine-tune the heat since New York style requires a slightly longer bake and a lower temperature. I like to use the ultra-low hack, which is basically just pushing in the dial and turning it between the high and off labels. You can see the flame gets super low. Just be sure to keep an eye on it, because it can go out. My next tip is to consider buying a pizza screen for launching. Since New York styles are typically around 16 inches, launching that big of a pizza requires very precise technique. With the screen, you can toss the pizza in, bake it for a minute or two until the dough sets, and slide it off the screen and directly onto the stone to finish baking. I'll put a link in the description to the Lloyd Pan pizza disc, which is absolutely the best option for pizza ovens. All right, so let's talk about how it's holding up after 2 years. As for the burner, you can see the flames on the outside edges are lower now than when it was new. I'm not sure if it's a soot buildup or what, but I haven't noticed any decrease in heat or performance. The exterior is definitely showing wear, but it's entirely my fault. I left this Ooni Koda outside without a cover all winter long. Not smart, I know, but I wanted to test out how Ooni's materials withstand the elements. You can see it definitely faded a bit, and also has a few small rust spots where it was scratched. But this is pretty common across brands. This Halo Versa 16 had some rust appear after just 5 days of being outside, because the logo is recessed and kind of collects water. But this Solo Pie oven is holding up well so far. The screws on the bottom edge of the Koda are also rusted out pretty badly because rain and snow can drip down the sides. The moral of the story is, don't skip out on a cover. You don't have to pay for an Ooni branded one though. These $10 backpack covers fit really nicely. Check the description below to see what size you need. Overall, the Ooni Koda 16 remains as one of my most frequently used pizza ovens. The price point is great for how well it performs, and that's all you can ask for.